Hello, everyone. Welcome to the GameKraft GameKast on the GamerAccess.com. I'm your host, Bronson Fiore, joined by the ever awesome Aaron Reynolds.
Always and forever.
You can't escape. Even when you're not staff, you can't escape.
Oh, don't I know it?
And the intern, Ray Glenn Johannesson III.
Hey there, everybody.
RJ3.
Yep. Not to be confused with the one who's always broken.
God, yeah, he's on the Browns now.
He is.
Is he?
Feel sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
RG3
Poor guy.
is on the Browns.
It's hard to keep track of all the weird quarterbacks where they're going, whether it's Cleveland or if it's Denver or I don't know.
No, we got Butt Fumble is who we got.
Oh, that's right. About fumble. So
Yep.
okay.
That's who we got. We're trying to trade for Kaepernick.
Von
yeah.
Miller says he would have taken Johnny Manziel.
Von Miller Von Miller is one of my favorite players, but he is a weird dude.
Von Miller?
Yeah, the man farms chickens.
He looks
What's wrong with that?
You want to know what his bachelor's degree is in?
What?
Oh God, what is it in?
Poultry science.
Damn. Did he have plans of like being a farmer if football stops?
He's gonna be a chicken farmer when football is done. That's what he says.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
That's gonna be a really interesting story to tell his kids. Like, yeah, I was like a Super Bowl MVP and one of the best players in the NFL. Now I farm chickens.
Yep.
Anyway, gentlemen,
They're Super Bowl chickens.
Yeah, Super Bowl. I would buy a Super Bowl chicken.
God, yeah, can you imagine what those would cost?
Oh, if it's anything like Super Bowl tickets.
The golden egg.
Anyway, Aaron, you were gone last week.
I was. What happened? I forgot it all.
You were deep in the heart of Texas.
Yep.
That was bad. That was lame, Bronson. You're pretty lame.
Oh, shut up. Fucking have to put up with your shit every week. Fucking not just one job, too. Just constant troll.
What do you mean constant troll? I'm not trolly at all.
No, you troll all the time. You fucking live under a bridge.
So you're calling me Rumpelstiltskin?
I'm saying you ask people to pay the toll. Anyway, yeah, you were in Texas. How was that?
You gotta pay the troll toll to get into the boys' hole. No,
that was
Frank.
creepy.
That was.
No, have you guys not seen that?
No.
And I'm glad to say that.
It's from It's Always Sunny.
Charlie
writes a play involving a troll, and the line is, "You have to pay the troll toll to get into that boy's soul." But Frank keeps reading it as boys. Yeah, Frank reads it as boys' hole on stage.
Man,
it's so fucking funny.
Thank you for backing up my choice to almost never watch that show.
That show is amazing. Oh my god.
The show's pretty good on most episodes.
All right,
I don't need to get into that now. I'm currently watching Bob's Burgers, which is even funnier.
That is a great show.
I'm watching Daredevil right now.
That's not very funny.
It's not funny. It's a good show though.
All right, fine. Then I'm watching Archer.
Archer's funny as hell.
Archer's good. We just started the
new season.
Was it the 6th season? Yeah.
I'm actually staying current with Better Call Saul, surprisingly.
Oh, how's that?
Spin-off.
It's really good. It's like, I like how you see the set, like you really get to see the gradual transition from like good-hearted low rent lawyer to scumbag criminal defendant. Which Yeah, that's a good show. Those guys know how to write. Like those guys are some of the best writers in television.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Cool.
But Texas,
All right.
you said you were eating steaks, chicken of the chicken fried variety.
Yeah, that's really the most
That's all he did.
crazy
He
it
just
ever
showed
got
up
from me. Yep.
and just never left the airport. There's just a beef shack right there, and he's just like, "Give me all the chicken fried steak you have forever."
I was there. I was there to see my grandparents, but like on the down low, I was totally there to eat Texas-made chicken fried steaks.
I,
What it was all about.
Your
I-
grandpappy and grandmama live down there.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean-
hanging out. Yep.
I mean, to be real, any trip to Texas, the low key part of it is I'm gonna eat all this food.
Absolutely. You know, kind of
Yeah.
universal. I'm heading to Texas because I have to have chicken fried steak slathered in gravy.
And
You can do that anywhere in the South.
You can, but it's
yeah.
not Texas.
No, I just meant the slathered in gravy.
yeah, the
You can go anywhere in the South and be like, "Hey, can I get a box of donuts, please? What's that in the box? Gravy, but it's all over my sprinkles."
Yeah,
Now they're
gravy.
gravies. Now they're gravy donuts.
Gravy is
That's why-
water in the South.
Yeah. To be fair, that's
Abs-
why they make all their donuts out of cornbread.
No.
I like how you're
No,
all just
so-
like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." Yeah.
I'm very pro cornbread. So
I've
Yeah.
never had cornbread.
well, you'd probably like it.
I know you say the same thing about monkey bread, though.
I don't even know what monkey bread is.
Where did that
Wait,
come
what's-
from?
No, wait, it was banana bread.
Yeah, you
Monkey
would
bread is a type of bread.
I see where
though.
I see the logic. Okay, yeah.
you would also probably enjoy pumpkin bread, but
Let's give me some pumpkin pie first.
yeah, that should probably be on the list first. I'll agree with that. I love pumpkin pie. It's wonderful. But yeah, Texas was good to you. Did it treat you well?
It was good. I hung out, but all I really did was hang out with my grandparents. Went into a cave, and it was dark. Turns out caves
You
are
went
dark.
spelunking?
Not spelunking. It was a very guided tour. Like they had a paved path through this cave. But it was a cave, and it was cool. And then played a little bit of Stardew Valley there. And then I came back.
Still
I came back to
liking
Washington, and still liking Stardew Valley.
What is your progress in that? Because I am considering getting it over the weekend. Here.
Still not very far, just because I haven't gotten further in the mine. Because the next step I need to reach is I need to be able to build sprinklers so that I can organize my crops in such a way that they're automatically watered, which would give me more time and I can get better money to get a horse, so I can ride my horse around and sell things. Anyway, I got a lot to do. I got a lot to mine and kill.
This game sounds like my personal fucking hell.
What?
Like
a farming simulator?
and I don't mean in like a bad way. I mean like in the
Addictive way.
I put like 1 million hours into the GameCube version of Harvest Moon.
Oh, you played A Wonderful Life as well?
I own it and Another Wonderful Life.
Did you always pick pointy dog ears or floppy dog ears?
I typically pick pointy.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, so this game set like certain life sims have the potential to ruin me. Like I remember the first time I got into Animal Crossing, and when I was into Animal Crossing on the 3DS, I was just like, ugh, just a mess. And like Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon are 1,000,000 times worse because they don't gate your progression. You can just fucking go.
That's all this is, man, and it's overwhelming. But it's a world that you get into really quickly, and there's a charm, man. There's some heavy charm in that game.
I want a Vita port of it. I've been saying that for a while now. Like games like that are really suited on a portable, and I would play the shit out of that on Vita. Hell, I played the shit out of a 3DS version even.
What game was this?
Stardew
What system
Valley.
is this for?
It's on PC and Wii U, I believe.
I don't know if it's on Wii U or not.
I'm pulling it up right now. Give me a sec. Yeah, so I mean it's $15. So I mean,
Yep.
Let's see. It's only on PC. It's not even on Mac. It is like PC.
It was a one-man job. It was just, that's all he could make it for. He's one guy.
It was made in Microsoft XNA framework. So this was like made on that shit that they like gave you for free on an Xbox One recently.
Oh shit! Well then,
so
if they could work out an Xbox deal, I would think. You just got to create a menu system that works better when you don't have a mouse.
Yeah, like I would love for because Sony's been helping a lot of developers port stuff to PS4 and Vita. This is a game that I would love for them to shovel money at to get that ported.
Oh, it's a great game. I spend a few hours farming in the morning, and then I go and hang out outside certain people's doors until they walk out, and then I give them a fruit or a rock, and they go, "I like this."
Just
and
like
I head back home. Mission accomplished.
Oh god.
I sat outside Sebastian's room for like 3 hours because I didn't know when his schedule was. And then he like finally after like 3 hours of sitting in his room, he pops open. I'm just like sitting there with a rock. This is for you.
Just ready to bash his head in.
It just seemed like the creepiest fuck when I do that. But that's how you do it in this game.
That is terrifying. But like that's all those games though. Like if you've ever played one of those, that's what it is.
That's pretty much. And it's great.
So yeah, cool to hear that that's going well. I'm hoping to dive into it soon here. I know we have a video planned to come out of it starting in May sometime.
All right.
So
good.
Yeah, I'm pretty jazzed for that game. I know Dan has put like 78 hours into it and keeps going.
What?
Yeah. Dan over at Giant Bomb on the last Bombcast is like, I'm 78 hours into it.
What do you? So Aaron, you just farm, give stuff to neighbors, and repeat.
And you gotta okay, so have you ever played one of those games?
I've put a lot of time and energy into A Wonderful Life.
It's like
A Wonderful Life.
It's like that. It is basically those.
Oh God, no! Keep that away from me.
And then you're trying to like romance someone, and then you get into a relationship with them, and then they move into your farm, and then you're fixing the community center so that corrupt Joja corporation can't take it over in your city.
That sounds great, but no, Bronson. I probably put like 200 hours into Another Wonderful Life. Let's keep that game away from Ray.
God, dude, I have to buy it for a video we're doing on it, and oh my god, it's gonna ruin me. Like it is going to just, and like it's getting amazing scores. Like I think it's the highest rated game of the year right now. Like I'll check. Give me a minute. Like it's one of those like surprise everyone loves it type of deals, basically.
Yep.
Like a Five Nights at Freddy's.
I said everybody loves it.
Everyone loved the first one. You can't deny that.
That's you know what? That's true. That I'll give you that much.
And now we're at like, what is it? Five Nights at Freddy's 5. That's the sequel to the prequels to the prequel to the sequel to the prequel.
Yeah, Stardew Valley is the highest rated game of the year so far.
Well deserved.
Followed by the Xbox One version of Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League.
Nice.
Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition, specifically that version.
Which one was the special edition? The one with both, or? Yeah,
the remake of Ori and the Blind Forest with some new content.
That was a pretty good game. Probably deserves like a 9.
Yeah, says the GamerAccess.com's John Macaluso.
Yeah.
And then Day of the Tentacle remastered and XCOM 2. So,
oh right, XCOM 2 happened.
Yeah, I kept playing that and getting super far and then getting stuck and was like, all right, this is a great game, but I have got my limit. I have my
I've taken
fill.
enough abuse.
I hope you guys are ready to hear that I made it past the tutorial in XCOM 2 like 2 months ago and then stopped.
Yep.
Which is weird because I think you would end up really digging that game.
I never go on my computer lately. Like unless it's for work, I don't touch my computer, it seems.
Which I mean, with your PS4 out of commission, that will have to change because you have no other way to play games,
Right.
At present. So I don't know. Stardew Valley looked. I mean,
great game. Everyone should play it.
Yeah.
$15, not that bad.
Yeah,
Stardew Valley.
$15 and it'll run on literally any computer.
Yeah.
Like this thing would run on that like old piece of crap I have sitting in my living room.
Well, now hang on a second. No.
Hey.
No, this would actually.
Yeah, I moved out of your house, Bronson. That's mean.
This would probably run on that like old computer I have down in the basement because it needs a 2 gigahertz processor of any kind, 2 gigs of RAM, a 256 megabyte video card, and 500 megabytes of space. Yeah, there's no reason there's no reason that this guy should not port this to every system known to man.
He's just gonna need some help with that.
Yeah, I mean, this still is like one of the best selling games on Steam, so I'm pretty sure that he can round up a crew.
Oh yeah, no, he absolutely can, and he should.
Yeah, like if I'm him, I'm thinking like I'm gonna put this on every platform known to man. Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, PS Vita, Wii U.
That'd be good.
Game Boy Color.
It might not run on that. That's where the line gets drawn.
Okay, Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, it might run on a Game Boy Advance. They might have to scale back some things, but you might be able to make that happen depending on some things with the game. But yeah, like I've seen like half my Steam friends list enamored with this game too, so that's another reason I've been wanting to dive in. So
great game.
Yeah. So over the week I dived into Amplitude.
Yes,
because there was a glitch on the PSN where it was free for a little bit.
What was?
Amplitude? Yeah. Which is making people speculate that it's May's PlayStation Plus game. Which, if you want a game that is gives a strong case to buy really nice headphones, that is the one. I put a solid 3 hours into it. I just could not stop just because of how good it sounded. And I was like, I easily get addicted to rhythm games and score chasing. I think it has a lot to do with I started playing games when I was a little kid in arcades, and that just kind of always stuck.
Right.
But yeah, Amplitude. I wish it had more songs, but what is there is really fun.
Good. I mean, is it identical to the original Amplitude, or is it just?
Yeah, it's very similar. They made that game, they made that same game, but they took it and they made it prettier, and and instead of having licensed music, they have a bunch of stuff that they made and a bunch of stuff from indie games. They have music from Transistor. They have music from Swords and Sorcery. I think they have music from Bastion. It has.
Damn.
They have. I don't know what song this is from Crypta the Necrodancer, but holy shit, it's good. The rest of that game could be the worst game on the planet, but I'd be like, but that song though. Yeah, so
Cool.
Yeah, it's super fun. If you like rhythm games, I highly encourage you to check it out. It's $20. Well, wait till next month because I have a feeling it's gonna be free. But yeah, it's a hell of a game. I also put some serious time into Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, because we're let's playing it.
Well, yeah, but like we're let's playing it, but I'm also been playing it in my own time to get like an idea of how long like some of the dungeons take. So I know like how long we're gonna be strapped to recording every Saturday. And let me tell you, that game, like for being 18 years old, is fucking so impressive. Like there is a reason that like that game everyone's like this is one of the greatest games ever. Because there are games made in like 2015, 2016 who don't have the amount of polish that game has. Yeah. I will say that and I've been playing the 3DS version, so there have been some changes made though. Like the water temple, things are color coded, so it's easier. So you know that like green lowers level to bottom, red lowers it to middle, blue it brings it to the top. Versus before you just had to do everything off memory and you were just lost all the time. But I've been in the Shadow Temple for 2 days now, and so there are 2 types of puzzles in games. There's the puzzles that like make you feel genuinely satisfied for solving them. And then there are ones where it's like, oh my fucking god, really? In the Shadow Temple, I got to this part where I was at a dead end. I had no idea where the fuck to go. I was like, where is this key? I need a key to progress. Where is this key? And I couldn't remember it because the last time I played it is when the remake came out, which was almost 4 years ago. Actually 5 or 6 now. Jesus Christ, when did Ocarina of Time 3D come out?
I don't know.
Yeah, like
I want to say like 4 years ago.
Oh yeah, it was that shit was 5 years ago this June.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember it was the first game I actually bought for my 3DS. I owned a 3DS with no game for 3 months. So anyway, that game is like just the level of detail. Like when I beat the Fire Temple and I like saved the Gorons. Like the red fire is no longer around the volcano. All the Gorons are back in the city and all happy and stuff. And you have to remember it was like the first game to do stuff like that, and it was just really impressive. And it's so well designed. Like the Fire Temple, I was playing through it, and like the way the Fire Temple works is like you so slowly ascend through floor after floor after floor after floor till the 5th level. And then once you get the item and do a couple of things, it like you need to go back to the bottom, and it's like you just solve a quick puzzle, and there's an elevator that brings you to the bottom. Yeah, like it's just a lot of really smart design choices. Like if I'm a person who was going to teach game design, I would be like, look at the level design of this, look at the level design of Mario Galaxy, and look at like Nintendo, just like look at all these Nintendo games. And this would be one of those games. Like it's really interesting to dissect that game. I don't know, for some reason.
Hey, absolutely.
Yeah.
The standard setter.
Yeah, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. So I've been having a lot of fun watching Ray play it too, actually.
Have you?
Yeah, you are. Watching you play that is really entertaining sometimes. Especially seeing you get really salty when things are not going well.
I think that's anyone though.
Yeah, like and I'm sure you've been
like,
watching...
I can't wait for Super Mario 64.
Oh, you are gonna have a fun time watching me curse at that game. We're gonna go for 100% Mario 64, but depending on our time constraints, we might have to scale it back to like 100 stars. So,
okay.
I've done a 100% run of Mario 64 once in my entire life, so I think I can do it again, but we'll see.
You got it. You can do it.
Let's see. I played something else in there too. I'm forgetting.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't you mention?
What?
Wasn't it Yu-Gi-Oh?
Right, Yu-Gi-Oh! So I got like a nostalgia kick on a grave shift to watch some Yu-Gi-Oh! On Netflix, and that kind of made me want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. But no one in the Reno area wants to do traditional format tournaments, which is no cards are banned, just limited. So I was like, well, how can I duel online? And there's this website called Dueling Network where it has like every card ever made, and you can make a deck and go in their forums and like arrange battles with people. And there's like
doing that,
and I've been doing that like off and on throughout the week. And let me tell you, people who do not know what Yatagarasu is, and when they find out what it is, because it's so old, they get really pissed off, as it turns out.
Huh. Really?
Because for those of you who did not play Yu-Gi-Oh! During its golden age, 2003 to late 2004, Yatagarasu was a card that when it attacked your life points directly, you couldn't draw during your opponent couldn't draw during their draw phase. They'd skip their draw phase. So unless they had something in their hand, something on the field to make it so they could draw, or something that where they could destroy Yatagarasu or get another monster out to protect them, they were screwed. Back in the day, this was known as the Yata Lock. And a lot of people kind of get butthurt when you beat them in 4 turns with that and a combination of like 3 other cards. I legit beat a kid in 2 turns. It made me laugh so hard.
What did you
Jesus,
do?
How does that even happen?
Because he laid 3 cards face down and summoned a monster. And the other 2 things in his hand were like high-level monsters. So I used Harpy's Feather Duster and a Black Hole and Yata, and he couldn't play anything because he couldn't draw. All he had was 2 high-level monsters. So that means he couldn't do anything. Yata Lock.
Jesus.
There's a reason this card. Yeah, there's a reason this card is fucking banned from advanced format.
But you want to play with fire anyway.
Yeah, like Yu-Gi-Oh to me was at its peak when it was fucking broken. Yeah.
When it was there's 8 cards on the ban list because they're obvious bull.
Yeah, when there was no.
What was it?
It was like I remember when the first ban list came.
Lightsworn Dragon.
No, Chaos Emperor. Oh my fucking.
Chaos Emperor Dragon. That's right.
Chaos Emperor Dragon was the card that made it so the ban list had to exist, and because of that, I will always hate that card. As much as I wanted one to run in my deck, they were super expensive to run. They're super expensive at the time. They're like a $70 card when they came out.
Unless you pulled one in a pack.
Yeah, unless you were a lucky child who did that, which I was not. And I got a lot of lucky pulls from packs. Like I got a Jinzo in a pack. I got a Ring of Destruction in a pack. I got a Serpent Dragon, which is really rare, even though it's garbage.
Oh, the 2350 attack.
Yeah, like I was like, what the fuck? What is this? Like, why is this a secret rare? It's garbage.
The best I ever pulled was a Mirror Force.
Yeah, no, that Mirror Force, to this day, I actually want to buy a Metal Raiders Mirror Force. To this day, if I can find a Metal Raiders Mirror Force for under $20, I would probably buy it. Just because I always wanted one. That was the card that I could not pull in packs for some reason. So I had to run the ghetto version of Mirror Force, which was Wabaku.
I remember Wabaku, such a fun card.
Yeah, it just instead of destroying those monsters, it made it their attack 0 for that turn. Yeah, whatever.
It was a stall card rather than this is a solution.
Yeah, versus Mirror, I was so salty every time I saw Mirror Force because I could just never get it in a pack. Like I got like, and you know, it balanced out because I got a lot of good shit in packs: Magic Cylinder, Ring of Destruction, Jinzo, Fiber Jar, Goblin Attack Force. Like I got
Okay, let's talk about Goblin Attack Force being a good card.
Goblin Attack Force back in the day was beast.
With its 2300 and switch to defense of 0.
Yeah, like the thing is though, is back in the day you needed like just like every deck in some fashion was a beatdown deck. So getting a monster on the field with 2300, yeah, you can only attack once, really, maybe twice if you were lucky, but that's still like one or two attacks right off the bat with 2300. Yeah, and in a game, and like if you could get a United We Stand or a Mage Power equipped to it, that means it could kill most of their really heavy hitting cards back in the day.
This is true. Like, it was basically like, I'm gonna take out your one monster and then you can take out mine.
Yeah, like, it's like I ran Spear Dragon in my deck at the time because, like, there was one other card that did piercing damage. Yeah, so it was worth having.
Yeah, that 1900 attack was pretty beast.
Yeah, like I remember when Gemini Elf came out, it was like it was the first 4-star monster with 1900 attack, and I saw that thing getting ran at tournaments. I was just like, what is this horse shit? Um, I always hated when a new booster set would come out at tournaments because I was a kid, so I couldn't buy like the cards outright or boxes too often.
Yeah.
Like, you know, booster box is $50, so that's a month plus a week's allowance. You know, because I was making like a $10
What is
a week.
that noise?
Yeah.
Sounds like bubbles.
Aaron, are you blowing bubbles?
Are you
I have
something?
no bubbles to blow here. I don't. What?
I don't know. We heard a bunch of noise coming on your end.
Oh, I was moving. That was me.
Okay.
It wasn't bubbles.
Anyway, I always hated when a new booster set would come out because, you know, I'm 14. The most money I'm getting a week is $10. And I typically want to eat at the tournament. So that means realistically I could buy a pack a week unless I won back my money at the tournament, or played a money match and won. So
you guys you used to play money matches?
oh hell yes, dude! Fucking, we used to do money matches, card matches. Um, I actually won a duel for an entire page of hollows.
Really?
Yeah. None of them were all that great. Like I think the only one that I really wanted to throw into my deck was Painful Choice, but like it was still like an entire page of hollows that you can use for trade bait.
Basically.
Like that was my logic. And what did I put up to win that? I think I had a spare Jinzo at the time, so I was like, yeah, I'll put up my Jinzo. But yeah, we had
Jinzo against like 15 hollows.
yeah. So like, you know, we do money matches or we do card matches, just make it more interesting. Because when you're playing the same people every week, you need to find ways to keep it interesting in some cases.
Sure.
By the way, what was the usual prize for winning your guys' like winning the tournament? Was it just like a booster pack, like the entry money?
Usually I think it was like 60 or 70% of the entry money in a booster box.
And booster box?
Yeah, like 24 packs.
Damn.
See, yeah.
Like at ours, it was like second place got like 4 packs, like third place got 2, and then first place got the rest of a booster box and like 50% of the prize money.
But this was back during the peak, so everyone got a pack just for participating. So
how much was the entry fee?
$5.
So you basically bought a pack and you got to be in the tournament.
Yeah, because packs were I believe $3 at the time, $4.
Yeah.
So you basically you bought a really expensive pack in a tournament entry spot.
Did you ever win a tournament, Bronson?
I think I won 2 or 3, and I won one of them because everyone was running Yada decks, so I purposely went out of my way to make a Yada counter deck.
What's a Yada counter deck?
It's when you make a deck completely dedicated to seeing their hand and making them discard cards so you can kill Yada. Because you gotta remember, Yada comes back to their hand at the end of their turn. So basically, you're spending your entire game making it so you can keep drawing and look into their hand and get rid of that fucking rat bird.
Isn't that your favorite rat bird, though?
It is my. Once I got to run a Yada deck, I was like, this is super fun. But at the time, like I was just playing it against it all the time, and it was super freaking irritating. And the first time I ran into it, I was running an Exodia deck, so it just fucking kicked me in the crotch.
Yeesh.
Because Exodia decks are based all around drawing.
Yeah.
So yeah. I had a lot of fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. It's the ban list came out, and like a third of my deck got murdered, and I was like, I don't want to spend the time and the money to make a new deck. And then this decision was backed up by synchro monsters and other stupid shit that they added.
Synchro was the last thing I was okay with, and then they moved on to like XYZ, and I'm like, okay, we're done.
XYZ was around, like, XYZ technically started when I was playing, but there was only like two monsters.
Mean like, no, I mean like the XYZ, like not the dragon cannon, not that guy. I mean the ones where it's like I give up 2 level 2s to summon this 4,000 attack point monster with his ability to let me attack twice in one turn.
Yeah, synchro. That's what my problem with synchros is like you had these really high level attack monsters who like you could summon for like nothing. Like they made the game so fast it wasn't fun anymore. You know, like I enjoy like part of the reason I enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh back 2003 2004. It was a really slow game. It was still faster than Magic, but it was still pretty slow. So it was just like you could set stuff up and crazy cool shit could happen. Where it's like I activate Regeki, I activate Magic Jammer, I activate Solemn Judgment, I activate Trap Jammer, and you get these really ridiculous long bullshit chains and weird crazy shit happening. Like I remember I tied 3 matches in a row in a tournament because of Ring of Destruction. Yeah, like it was a fun time because like broken shit was everywhere. And then they made it so broken shit wasn't allowed, but now I read up on the game to like see where it is now, and like 90% of decks are trying to be one turn kill decks. Like they're like people like are running this one turn kill Exodia deck. And shit like, and I'm just like, what? Why even play? That's not even fun.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so hopped on there, made a bunch of people angry by exposing new players to the existence of Yatagarasu. So
you and your Yada, I swear.
It and Jinzo were my 2 favorite cards.
Jinzo.
Jinzo was a dick back in the day.
To block the traps.
Yeah, because back in the day, like there were some traps that could fuck your shit up really bad. Mainly like Mirror Force and Imperial Order. And Jinzo was almost as strong as Summon Skull, which was in most people's decks their strongest monster, unless they were running a Dragon Beatdown. And he stopped traps. So, yeah. Have fun with that.
Right. Lord.
Yeah, so.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I have nostalgic feelings for it. I never really got into playing much of it, but I loved collecting the cards.
That's actually one thing that like I would like. I have had this immense urge to collect retro cards. I'm not going to because of how expensive it is in some cases, but like some of those cards are super cool.
Got this urge, this very slight hunger deep inside you.
I think a lot of it just does come from the old days. It's like, oh, I remember that card.
Yep.
Or like,
yeah.
Or like in the case of that Mirror Force thing, it was like I always wanted a Mirror Force and never could get it. Like
Right.
that actually would be a card that I would consider buying if it was way far cheaper than it probably is now.
Yeah, sure.
So, anyway, I threw some time at GTA 5. I was just kind of bored messing with that. And then finally hopped into Quantum Break, the new game by the Alan Wake guys.
Oh God, how'd that go?
It's I see why people have mixed opinions on that game, and I find it to be super fun.
Oh, all right, great.
Like I love how you can trap people in a time bubble, shoot a ton of bullets into it, and then time goes back to normal, and they just get filled with bullets. Or like you're about to die, and then you create a time shield, and like you just see all the bullets like an inch from your character's face.
Jeez.
Like yeah, it's a really fun game. I find the TV show thing kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah, have you guys heard about this with this game?
I have.
Yeah, you told me about it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after every act, depending on the decisions you make, and they are very much infamous style decisions of this is the bad one, this is the good one. It'll play a different TV show episode. And it's kind of cool. I was like, all right, this is some FMV style stuff, and it's it's interesting, and because all that stuff is from the bad guy's perspective too.
Right.
Exactly. So the game is from the protagonist, the main, the we'll say good guy in quotes, and all the TV show stuff is from the bad guy perspective. It's a really interesting way to do a presentation for a game. It seems needlessly expensive when they just could have just made all this shit in engine. And there's one thing that is distracting me quite a bit, and that's all the product placement in the show.
Yeah, I don't know. These are the same guys that made Alan Wake. I'm not necessarily surprised.
Well, the reason I say it's weird, that's kind of distracting the product, because it's like, why does everyone have a Windows phone? What the hell? And no, the weirder part is every car on the road is a Nissan.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, because they obviously probably had to deal with Nissan. So every car on the road in the show is a fucking Nissan. That said, I kind of want to get further into it, but I think Alan Wake fans would typically dig it.
Okay.
Oh, and also it is in the same universe as Alan Wake.
Oh,
because in a coffee table in the game, there is a book written by Alan Wake.
Oh, jeez.
And also someone running auditions for a TV show is the broadcaster from the show in Alan Wake, the Twilight Zone show.
Oh, neat.
So yeah, they got some cool Easter eggs in there. I'm saying I want my Alan Wake 2 though. That's
right.
This was a nice little distraction, remedy, but Alan Wake 2, please.
Yeah, these answers. Yeah.
Yeah, that game had like the most like kick in the nuts cliffhanger I've ever seen. Like the only one worse was Halo 2.
Oh God.
Oh, Halo 2 will go down as the worst video game cliffhanger of all time.
What was so bad about 2?
Because so you get on to the Covenant's like big capital ship as it's on its way to Earth, and the Arbiter and company shut down the like 7 Halos from being activated, and then it's just like, and then they ask Guilty Spark, okay, what's gonna happen now? It's just like, well, it's primed for activation. What's primed for activation? The Ark. Where the hell is this Ark? And then the camera pans to Earth as the Covenant capital ship flies to Earth, and it's like, and then it goes to Master Chief, and it's just like, Master Chief, what are you doing? Explain to me, what are you doing on this ship? and he says, "Finishing this fight," and then credits.
Uh,
And it's just,
What's so bad
oh,
about that?
that's,
Seems like a pretty decent cliffhanger.
oh my god, just no conflict in Halo 2 ended up being resolved other than Tartarus being dead. Which was good because he was a dick, but like, and that made the wait for Halo 3 just painful.
oh, it absolutely was painful, but man, that game lived up to it.
Yeah, like if there's a game that there aren't many games nowadays where I'm like that truly did exceed expectations and live up to the hype. Halo 3 was one. Like that game, we played that all the way up until Reach came out. Yeah, and it was so much fun, and that story was so good, and like they really ended it in a perfect way to the fact that like when they announced Halo 4, we were like, "Oh god, why?" Like that was the response to Halo 4 being a thing with Master Chief as a character because the ending to 3 was so perfect.
It's perfect. It's so good.
Just Master Chief and Cortana floating off into space. Wake me when you need me.
It's exactly how Superman should be.
Yeah. Like that is how a Superman should end. You know, wake me when you need me. Versus
Wake me when you need me.
versus and then like they bring him back in Halo 4 and Halo 4 the fact that the subplot is 1,000 times more interesting than the main plot in Halo 4 was the problem with the story.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, oh, the didact. No one cares because no one knows who he is. Like, the Cortana Master Chief, like, how human really is Master Chief, 1,000 times more interesting. And then Halo 5 was just fucking weird. Like, the weirdest fucking story. You know, spoilers, because it's old. Like, Cortana is technically the villain in that. So, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, no, it's... Oh, no, there's... Halo 5 story isn't great, but there is one moment where the Master Chief finally gets to Cortana, and Cortana explains her master plan, and basically that she's gone whack job. And, like, Master Chief, like, tries to reach her one more time and is like, look, no, we can just go home, stop this. And, like, she freezes him and his team in suspended animation is like, no, John, I'll wake you when my work is done, and you'll see how great this is. And, like, he reaches out and he gets frozen, and, like, even though it just pans to his visor, you just know his fucking heart is breaking. You know, because that is not the Cortana he knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't agree with a lot of the decisions the new Halo guys have made, but they've done some really good stuff with Cortana, at least.
I'm sure they've done some good stuff. It's hard for anyone to try and top Halo 3.
Yeah, like or Reach
in a
even.
lot of ways.
Like,
or Reach.
Yeah,
You're right.
like that is
Was Reach even that good?
Reach is great.
Reach, in my
I always
opinion,
heard mixed feelings from everyone on that one. I mean, I liked it. But...
I think it's a lot of it just comes from the fact that like Halo 3 was just like this. It was kind of like the end of an era and this like monument to what like Halo should be, and then Reach was just like the campaign was a nice bonus, and then the rest of it was just perfecting Halo multiplayer. Like
Yep.
this is as good as Halo Classic multiplayer got. And then 4 and 5 were this like totally new thing. That said, I think 5 did a really good job with the multiplayer because they figured out a way to modernize it but still make it feel like Halo. Because you have sprint, you have like, but you don't have loadouts. Weapons are on the map and they're set, and they don't have markers. You don't have loadouts.
Cool.
But everyone has sprint, and then they have these different moves that revolve around your jet boosters. And everyone has the same moves. So
Okay.
it's like if you get running fast enough, you can shoulder check someone with your jet booster.
Jeez.
Another one you can do is you can jump into the air and hover and like target and it jet boosts you to the ground, and if you hit someone, it's an insta kill.
Hmm.
Granted, that's really hard to pull off.
Sure.
And you have this kind of quick boost to get out of the way. So.
Wow.
What do you mean, get out of the way? You use that to sprint towards them.
Or you can do that. Like, it works either way. I occasionally use it to, like, dodge behind a corner and stuff, but... yeah, they found a way to modernize Halo, which is what they needed to do, because most people who, like, play COD or play Halo was like, why is it so slow? Which, bums me out, but... they have a game for me, it's called the Master Chief Collection.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm kind of curious how they're going to end the new trilogy, because Halo 5 also ends on a kind of shitty cliffhanger.
Great.
Yeah, keeping up that mid-game tradition.
Uh,
Yeah, great multiplayer kind of meh campaign. The saga of Halo 2.
right.
Halo 2's campaign, actually, after replaying the remake, I had a lot of fun with it. It's just that ending just kicks you in the crotch.
Well, I mean, not just that ending. I feel like the game as a whole, that campaign mode was a bit of a letdown from discovering this new ring thing from Halo 1.
Yeah, Halo 1, like, had moments that were mind-blowing. And, like, Halo 2 had those moments, like, the first moment they put you in control of the Arbiter. Like, that was just like, what? I'm gonna play as the alien? And they kept that hidden until the game was out. No one knew that would have, like, that would never happen today. You never see that happen today. Like that is, though, that's kind of like one of the bummers about internet culture and video games, is like, so few games have that surprise moment.
Yeah, you have to be a really small team to pull that off.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of the last game that just, like, blew my mind with something like that, and it was like Bloodborne did it.
What?
The like, oh holy shit surprise moment on a couple of
Which
occasions.
part? It's like there's a few in that game.
Just all of them.
You can't just be like, yeah, Bloodborne. What part? All of Bloodborne.
Let's see. Bayonetta 2 has a couple of moments like that. And GTA 5. In particular, GTA 5, just the design of the game, like the fact that you can get, like, in GTA 5, if you go mess with a particular business, like you go rob them a whole bunch, their stock prices go down, and then you could, like, and that means you could sell stocks from their competitors for a higher price and stuff like that. Like, just small little details in GTA 5. Oh, GTA... Yeah, I love games that just do little details like that. That's why Metal Gear 5 was just one of the most impressive games I've ever seen, because, like, it has hundreds of little details like that. Like, if you knock out a guard and he's in a puddle, his head's in a puddle, he will drown to death.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like, there's just or like, you'll go back to base and your female soldiers will be arguing Team Ocelot or Team Miller. Like, just all kinds of, or like, if you trank a guard or knock out a guard and put him in a bed, the other guards will not call the radio about a knocked out guard.
Wow.
Yeah, no, have you got around to MGS5 yet?
No, I haven't had the chance to touch it yet.
I want to run this idea by you. Ray here has never experienced any of the Metal Gears, other than, like, bits and pieces. When we get up to Seattle, how would you feel about let's playing them with us?
I could see maybe doing that. You know, it depends on what everyone's doing at that point when we're all set doing that. But I'm open to the idea. Sure.
Yeah, like, that's
be a good refresher for when I start my own playthrough of 5.
Yeah, because Rhea has, like, very little detail on any of the batshit insane.
I've played 1.
You played a little bit of 1. Oh,
dude, I tried to read through that Metal Gear Solid timeline thing on PlayStation 3. Whew.
Oh,
A lot happened.
It's the most like I love that series for just how insane it is. Like insane, like everything about it, from the gameplay to the just everything, just the story, just everything about that game is awesome.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, like there's oh god. Ray, you play anything this week?
Let's see, what have I been playing? I've been playing some stuff. What is it though? I know I've been playing stuff.
We can't mention
Final Fantasy Explorers. That's what it's called.
Okay, I was about to say, like, if you're gonna bring up that Vita game, don't, because that's
No.
embargoed until
I'm
after
not
this comes out.
dumb.
All right, go ahead though.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy Explorers. It's a pretty fun game. Imagine Monster Hunter, but with Final Fantasy characters.
Okay, cool. I have no intention to play this ever. Sad to say, I'm not. Like, every time I play a Monster Hunter clone or Monster Hunter, I get super pissed off at the game and end up never wanting to play it again. So
Yeah, like the whole point of the game is go out here, kill the Eidolons, go back in, do it again.
okay, yeah.
And it's basically just a go grind game, and I'm like, I enjoy grinding. So I'm enjoying this.
I'm really looking forward to when me and you get back into WoW.
When we get back into
geez.
WoW.
Yeah, because
yeah, just you and me, just you, me, and Fruit Booter maybe.
yeah, just us three.
I don't know. It's not like we know other people who play. We're the only nerdy people we know.
Yeah, it's not like we know it's not like I've been talking with several people about a Reno Seattle guild.
Seattle guild.
That's not something I've been doing at all.
Oh, really? Good to hear.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's not like in Legion we'll have like 20 people to play with and raid with and whatnot. That won't be a thing.
Can you name them? Can you name them off like you're naming Santa's reindeer?
Let's see. Who could I? Let's see. Who have I got committed to this or interested? Me and you. Brittany. Monique. Marina. Quinn. Fruit Booter. Anthony Ta. God, there were a couple other people who I'm forgetting. Jerica's boyfriend. So hey,
let's see. Didn't you want to get Serena too?
Yeah, I wanted to get Serena. I haven't talked to her about it yet though. But if we do,
that's right.
That's 11 right there.
Yeah. Just have to
David
convince Serena.
David Cook and Tori, that's 13. Let's see. I have a couple other friends who play well. Joseph Neville, if he'd be interested. Chelsea said she'd be interested, but she doesn't have a computer right now that could run the game. See, I haven't talked to her, but she plays WoW Charmy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that person. Felicia plays, but I don't know if she plays much. So yeah, there's quite a few people that we need to sit around and talk to about that.
We'll get a round table going.
Yeah, it's just like, who is committed to healing, tanking, DPS? Who is willing to who gear themselves and play two different specs? All right, meeting adjourned. Yeah. Let's see. But so World of Final Fantasy is what it's called.
Final Fantasy Explorers, thank you very much.
Oh, right. That the World of Final Fantasy is the other one that's out for Vita or something like that.
But I do have pretty decent news as well.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3 has announced that Star Wars and the Avengers will be part of this.
Yeah, we'll get to that in news because
We'll get to it in news because I know it's news, but I'm excited about it. So we're gonna talk about it now.
You would know? No, never.
Are they being rude?
Never. Yeah, no, World of Final Fantasy is a Vita and PS4 game that's like, it's Final Fantasy characters, and it's very similar to what you mentioned, but everything's hella chibi.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, what's that thing? I Oh god, there's another game I've been playing. I'm forgetting the name of it right now. But god damn it.
Firewatch, XCOM.
Well, I did play a little bit of XCOM, but not that. Oh, that's right. It's a really great game. It's called Sonic Adventure Battle 2.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
I just really enjoy messing around with chows, getting them pumped up for chow karate.
Every part of that game, except for the Knuckles and Rouge levels, is great.
A couple of the Sonic and Shadow levels are pretty bad too, to be fair.
Are you referring to those terrible space levels?
Yeah, you know exactly the ones.
Yeah, those were the boss fights in them are great. The rest of them are not.
Yeah, like to be fair, like the Super Sonic and Super Shadow boss fight,
It's
like
the
in space,
most
is
hype fucking thing imaginable.
the only thing that would make that fight even hyper is if they played like Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone.
They still had a good song for it though.
Oh, that song was
Ugh.
great.
If Crush 40 came to Reno, I would happily pay to go to that concert.
Would you? Especially if they were playing with the Maxis.
Well, yes, I would pay for the Maxis alone. Just because that
So if you're just
band...
like, yeah, the Maxis are coming to town. Where are they playing? Oh, some dance club. They're doing one song and then leaving. It's $20 to get in. All right, sounds good. I'll be there.
Yep. And then they'll be outside saying, fuck you, give us your money, in front of their CD stand.
Oh, come on, they're not like that. They're good guys.
No, that is literally what they do. They take their CDs outside, hold up middle fingers, and like say it in the nicest tone ever. Fuck you, give us your money. Fuck you, give us your money, and it's hilarious. Alright, well, I think that's all the games we've been playing, I believe.
I'm excited for Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, the hype for that got really real when you and I started watching videos at work.
Well, wasn't that when I saw the video, I saw the videos and I was pretty excited. Then I read up on it. It's basically this is Bloodborne but with shields now. I'm just like, ooh,
Yeah, like I came out of that
protection.
I came out of that Microsoft event being like, "Oh wow, they made this like very similar to Bloodborne." And then like the more I've seen of it and read about it and whatnot, I've very much gotten drawn into it. So I'm gonna be picking it and Ratchet and Clank up next week.
Oh, you're buying it?
I'll probably rent first, but still. I will say, Aaron, there's this amazing. Have you seen the Batman versus Superman Ben Affleck like interview video? The one where it's like really sad music plays in the background. Aaron? Oh shit! Did my internet go out? Ray?
I'm here.
Aaron? Aaron? Okay. Maybe he's press.
Bump, bump, bump. Another one bites the dust.
Oh well. All right. Well, we'll guess we'll carry the show for a little bit. Well, Ray, you've seen this video.
Yeah, it's the really sad one you've posted to Facebook like 30 times.
It's so funny. Just like it's that sad Ben Affleck with like, "Oh, you guys have gone back to the original Dark Souls. What do you think of it?" And then Henry Cavill is answering the question earnestly, but it's just panning to Ben Affleck's face with clips of Dark Souls 1 "You died" signs coming up over and over again.
I thought that was Dark Souls 2.
That could have been either. And then just like "Hello Darkness, my old friend" playing in the background.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to speak with you again.
I mean, that's look. As much as I love Dark Souls 1, even though I never finished it, I got halfway through it and got to that horrible swamp where on the console version it basically runs at 10 frames per second.
It's okay. There was only one time I ever got past the opening boss.
That's because you're not supposed to beat him. You're supposed to run.
No, the one you have to beat to unlock the gate. Like, the first boss ever.
Like, yeah, that one that you...
Yeah, you run the first time, and then you have to fight him the second time.
Yep, I got you. Okay. Yeah, no, I got halfway in that game and just got incredibly frustrated in that swamp. So, Dark Souls 2, I played very little, and then Bloodborne, I thoroughly loved. But my primary memory of both those games, though, is that you died screen a lot.
I
Yeah,
still remember there were like those mods where you could actually change what it said, and like my favorite one ever was "Thanks, Obama."
that was pretty good.
Like that one got me to laugh every time I saw it. Just like not you, like you got cut in half. Thanks, Obama.
Those games really are best on PC. They really are.
That's where I'm probably picking up Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. Aaron, you back? No, not back yet. Okay, well then.
Did he
All right.
disconnect, or is it just?
I think he went to the bathroom or something.
Oh, good. I'll join him real quick then.
No, only one person can leave at a time.
I don't think he left. I think he just disconnected.
It says if he disconnects. It says so and so disconnected from the server.
To be fair, 90% of the time when I had issues, I could talk to Aaron and not you.
Well, do you hear him?
No.
Okay, well I'm guessing he had to use the bathroom or something. But yeah, 90% of my memories with those games is death. Very fond memory.
90% of my memories of that game is killing skeletons in that first castle where you wake up and then not making it any farther.
So you're excited for 3 is what you're saying.
I'm excited to not play it. Yes.
Anyway, we got news to talk about though.
And how many news stories? Like 30? 30 stories?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Look, we have 16 news stories. That all can't be news.
That is all news. So
Why is the news load so heavy this week?
because the press cycle for video games is random and fucking crazy, except after E3 when it's dead. That's why. That's exactly why. Anyway, the BAFTA Awards, the British Art and Entertainment, whatever. It's basically like the big, like, important award show for video games in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave out their awards. So we're gonna run through those real quick. Artistic achievement, Ori and the Blind Forest. Beautiful game. Audio achievement, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Best game, Fallout 4. No.
What?
Just no. God, no. Oh. Ugh. Just no.
The Witcher.
Ugh. I don't know. I played more of The Witcher, and I'd rather have it than Fallout.
Yeah.
I mean, the real answer is neither, but
The real answer is Rocket League.
no, it's apparently Undertale.
What site would give that the win?
Yeah, what jerks would do that? Oh God. No, I remember when God, I actually was looking up like stuff that links to our site, like other websites that link back to us. And apparently, like there's this site that keeps track of all the Game of the Years from every publication, and all
Really?
our stuff since 2012 has been on there. And like you go and you look for you go look for like Game of the Year for 2013, right? Or not 2013, 2015. 2013. Although 2013 is similar, it's just The Last of Us. Oh, Aaron, you back? I heard a click. No? Okay. But like you look and it's like it's almost nothing but The Witcher 3 with the occasional Metal Gear, right?
Basically, yeah.
And like every now and then you'll get a Bloodborne thrown in. And like you just see it's like Witcher, Metal Gear, Witcher, Metal Gear, Witcher, Metal Gear. and then like I said, you'll see a Bloodborne or a Fallout. But then you get down to us, it's like Undertale. A couple gave it to Rise of the Tomb Raider also, but like The Witcher 3 is just wildly like the one. And like just here we are giving it to Undertale with 0 punctuation and like a couple other sites. I gotta say, our site does not typically like either completely agrees with whatever the popular opinion is or doesn't at all. Like 2015, we didn't agree with it. 2014, we did because of stupidity, honestly. 2013, we totally agreed with popular opinion, and so did 2012. Was that your mic clicking or Aaron's?
That might have been my neck popping.
Wow, that microphone is really sensitive. Anyway. Best British game made by a UK developer, Batman Arkham Knight. Best debut, Her Story. Best family game, Rocket League. Best game design, Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Best game innovation, Her Story. Best mobile or handheld, Her Story. Best multiplayer, Rocket League.
Yeah.
Best music, Everyone's Gone to the Rapture.
Oh.
Best original property. Yeah, I liked Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Did you get to ever check it out?
I've never even heard of it.
Well, then why do you say no?
I can't give the same opinion every time.
Well, you could just say like, never played it.
Isn't that what no means?
No, like it just like no means like you disapprove of the choice. Best original property, Until Dawn. Best performer, Merle Dandridge in Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Persistent game, Prison Architect. Sports game, Rocket League. Story, Life is Strange. And Esports Audience Awards, Smite. This is a fucking super weird awards list.
Right?
Fucking super weird. Okay, so I do have Final Fantasy news, but a lot of it's repeat of last week, so I wanted to get Aaron's opinion on that. So, we'll move to Kingdom Hearts news.
Yeah, we will.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Some news came out about it.
First off, the release date, though, if that's what you're wondering.
They're never gonna have a release date. That's adorable that you think there is. This isn't a game that's coming out.
Kingdom Hearts 3, 2028.
Kingdom Hearts 3, your deathbed.
It's released solely in heaven.
So they have confirmed they're gonna have a release date for it soon. I'll believe it when I see it. They've also said it is looking to use their rights that they've acquired to their advantage. There's going to be Avenger levels and Star Wars levels. The Avengers level will put Sora in the events after the first movie. And,
okay.
Iron Man, along with the rest of Avengers, have to help rebuild the city. Things go awry when the Heartless show up. It's unknown which which hero will be in Sora's party, but rumor has it's Iron Man or Captain America. The Star Wars level will be set before the events of Episode 7, but not exactly after the events of A New Hope. No Rey or BB-8 in this one. Han or Chewie are expected to run into trouble on one of their shipments, and Sora is going to help.
Sora is going to help Chewie and Han on a shipment.
If there's Keyblade lightsaber, this will be the best game of all time.
I'm kind of curious what the Avengers lightsaber is going to be.
I think it'll just be a Keyblade. I think
that doesn't make sense because it's always something for the world.
Yeah, I think like it'll be maybe a Keyblade with some adjustments to it. But
it'll be red and gold.
Yeah, something like that. Also, Kingdom Hearts 3 will have a Jungle Book world
Jungle Book world in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
That sounds rad.
Yeah, I'm down.
I hope Balooza's something.
I hope it's what's the king of the orangutans name?
The one who wants to be just like you.
Yeah, what's his name?
I have no idea.
Oh my god, this is gonna drive me crazy.
Google it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
That'll take you about
King Louis.
King Louis. That's right.
King Louis needs to be a party member.
I don't think King Louis is going to be a party member. It'll probably be Mowgli.
Or a villain. I'd be down with a villain. As long as you get to sing
Dear
that.
Khan.
That'd be rad.
I don't know. I kind of hope it's the buzzards.
I think they need to be in it. I think they definitely need to be in it. Just because, like, having a Beatles parody would be fantastic.
Beatles parody?
You do know those guys are a reference to the Beatles, right?
I know, but I don't think they would be in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, that'd be disappointing, actually. But yeah, those guys were just like a giant Beatles reference, is all they were. But all right, well, yeah, Kingdom Hearts. It's apparently a product that will eventually come out.
It's gonna be the next Last Guardian.
This shit has gone way past Last Guardian levels. The Last Guardian, they announced that shit in 2009. This shit was announced and like the last one of these that came out in 2006. It has been a decade since the last main series Kingdom Hearts game, and they keep jerking us around with these fucking mobile games and like handheld games and spin-offs, and I just do not give a fuck anymore. You know, like, I used to be such a fucking hardcore Kingdom Hearts fan. I had a poster in my room. I loved the series.
Wow, you're hardcore.
Oh, shut up. You know, like, I loved the series. Like, I wanted to get, like, a Keyblade of my own, and just slowly over time, they have like, just taken all my goodwill. Just any fucking goodwill I could have for them has just been slowly stripped away. Yeah. And I don't know how anyone could have goodwill for them anymore. I'm sorry. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 better be so fucking like it has to be like the best game ever for me not to come away from saying like, yeah, that was worth a 10-year wait, and like 30 spin-offs that vary in quality from shitty to good.
To be fair, yeah, like what was the wait from 1 to 2?
3-4 years.
Yeah, to be fair, like the difference between 1 and 2 when I finally played 2 was like, oh my god, this is the best game I've ever played. Oh my god.
So hold on. So let's see. Depending on if you were in America or Japan, it was a 3 or 4 year wait. So yeah. You know, great. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2, huge step up. Big step up. Like, well worth the wait. Kingdom Hearts 2, like, other than that intro tutorial section, one of the best games on the PS2. I would say it's the second or third best RPG on the PS2. And that said, that game, like, they sucked all the goodwill away from me. Over that like, those first two games built so much goodwill for me. I loved them. They were two of my favorite PS2 games. The first Kingdom Hearts made me so happy that I went out and bought a PS2. And over the course of this past decade, I just don't care if it doesn't have a 3 in the title anymore. There are people I knew who bought a PS3 for Kingdom Hearts 3 who were super pissed that it never came. Yeah. Because how many handhelds have we had? Like, we had, what was it? Chain of Memories.
Birth by Sleep.
300...
Recoded.
350, whatever.
358-2 days, yeah.
Yeah. The 3DS one. Which one was that?
That was Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah, Dream Drop. So that's 5. Then we have the remakes, 1.5 and 2.5.
Now, did you get Chain of Memories?
I got it in there.
Okay.
There was a cell phone game in Japan. God, what else was there? So we're at 8, including the remakes. And now they are the ballsiest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my entire life. They have the fucking nerve to come here and say, we're doing 2.8. Like, when that was announced, I was just like, Square Enix has the biggest set of testicles in the video game industry. like, I thought there was gonna be like a lynch mob when that happened.
No, what's great is the next game is gonna be 2.9, 2.95, 2.99, 2.9991.
At that point, like if they do another spin-off past 2.8 is officially like, I'm not buying it, I'm pretending it doesn't exist, and I will literally not allow it in the Game of the Year awards. That's not a game.
I will. I'll push that.
That's not a game. That's an insult. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, you should be offended. You know, like, oh my god! Like my head exploded when I got that news.
I'd be super offended if I didn't love Aqua and want to know what the hell's going on with her.
You know, they could have put that story in 3.
They could have, but
no. Fuck you, Square Enix. Oh my god. Square Enix, just, if you want to talk about a company who, like, going into, like, 2008, had, like, all the goodwill in the world. Like, they had this pedigree that was just fucking incredible, right? Like, Crisis Core and Final Fantasy X and, like, Dragon Quest VIII and, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 and you know, even Final Fantasy 12 was kind of, it wasn't great, but it was solid, you know, like, and over the course from like 2009 to present have just been a fucking train wreck, just a train wreck, you know, and you can argue since 2006, really, because I mean, it has taken 10 years to get Final Fantasy 15 out the door and on store shelves.
I was about to say, I don't know if you've heard, but Final Fantasy 13 was a thing in that time.
Yeah, that game was terrible.
According to you.
According to most people. You know, that game was awful. I'm sorry that it held you hostage. You know, I remember, like, that game came out, and I was super excited for it, right? Super excited. It came out the same week as God of War 3 and Yakuza 3. And I bought Final Fantasy because it had this pedigree, and like, this is the people who made 10 made this one. And I was super excited and was fucking stabbed in the heart over and over for 13 fucking hours until I just couldn't take it anymore and wanted to snap in a blind rage. All the characters that are not Zaz or Lightning are fucking awful.
Snow is an awesome character.
Who was?
Snow?
Snow is an idiot.
I like Snow.
Because you are Snow.
What?
Snow's a fucking idiot.
How am I Snow?
I mean...
If anything, you're Hope.
Oh my god, just... You're
Hope.
That's fighting words. That is like saying a Holocaust joke in front of one of your Jewish friends.
You do that all the time!
Anyway, back to, Final Fantasy 13 was a fucking travesty. Like, even Final Fantasy fans called it a disappointment, the people who liked it. Yeah. And so, whether you get... What?
This is why I call you Hope, because you're such a crybaby.
I'm just calling it how it is. That game was crap. It was, it was a really well polished turd. Like, it was really pretty. It was a really pretty game. They shat out a turd and put fucking shoe polish on it. Good for them. And then they made 2 sequels that were kind of alright. Good for you, Square-Enix. No one liked the first one. So what'd you do? Make 2 more that no one wanted. And those were the ones that actually, had gameplay.
It's okay because they took people off the Kingdom Hearts 3 group to make those games.
Which that should infuriate you just even more. Of any
those were the games chosen to be made
first. Yeah, that those were the games that they decided, let's bankroll our future on this fucking travesty. Let's put all our fucking hope and, financial success on the back of this train wreck where you walk down a hallway and press auto attack. Oh god. We could have Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. It probably would have been good. But no, they're let's take people off that to work on this terrible sequel. Actually, you know what? I'll give 13-2 actually some credit. That game was pretty solid. It wasn't amazing, but it was alright. I dug it. To make an okay sequel to a terrible game that honestly, after watching the ending, didn't need a sequel.
Yeah.
Anyway, over that, and I just don't know how anyone could be I love Square Enix in 2016. I don't. I just don't. If you want to say, I love Square, prior to 2006, or, prior to 2007, that would make sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Or, I like Square because they own Eidos, and Eidos actually puts out games.
What's Eidos?
They do Tomb Raider and Hitman.
Games I enjoyed Tomb Raider a lot, but I hate Hitman.
Yeah, that's fine. Hitman isn't for everyone. It's not amazing. But goddamn, just I remember, I pulled up this Jim Sterling review from that just nails what not Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 13 is. It takes more than graphics to make a game, and Final Fantasy 13 offers very little else other than eye candy. Ultimately, this latest addition to the Final Fantasy series is a pompous and masturbatory affair created seemingly to promote the developer's ego first and the player's enjoyment second. Every now and then, its fights can approach satisfying, but mostly this is a dull, dreary affair that is too busy licking its own ass to look up and notice that everybody around it has fallen asleep. Written with all the skill of a 3-year-old and paced with the eagerness of a virgin in heat, Final Fantasy XIII isn't a bad by Final Fantasy standards. It's poor for the genre itself. It's the worst main chapter in the series to date, and if this is the future of the franchise, that is an incredibly bleak future. Yeah. Ugh. God.
It's not that I don't see, what's wrong with the game. I am perfectly well aware of what, the 90% that's wrong with that game, but I still love that game.
God. And the thing is, I get liking games that aren't well designed. I love Deadly Premonition, but, Deadly Premonition's at least charming. I found very little endearing about Final Fantasy 13. That game was just fucking torture. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a Let's Play of it.
Final Fantasy 13?
Yeah. Why not?
I'd enjoy that.
I would just press X and walk down a hallway. It'd be a nice break.
The cutscenes are pretty.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous game. It's a beautiful game. It has pretty decent music too. Everything else
I actually really like the music in that game. It's one of my favorite soundtracks.
I think
Like, Final Fantasy just nails my music tastes.
For me, it's very up and down. I love the music in 7, I think, is okay. 8, I'm not really a fan. Other than that waltz, that was a fucking wonderful song. 9 and 10 and 6 are incredible soundtracks. 12, 13, up and down. Crisis Core, spot on. So I don't know, man. Like, just I just have no goodwill towards that company anymore. And if Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 are not just stellar, just amazing, incredible games, I just will not give a shit about this Final Fantasy 7 remake part 1. And I wish I was joking with the part 1 part.
Art series.
Yeah, it's a 3-part fucking series. Anyway, hey, other Square Enix news though, because this actually I'm kind of okay with. Star Ocean Integrity and Faithfulness is coming to PS4 on June 28th in North America.
Yes.
Yeah, they haven't ruined that series yet, so I'm actually kind of stoked about this.
I absolutely adore that series. I'm gonna play that game to death, and revive it and play it to death again.
I'm down with some more Star Ocean. They haven't, ruined it yet. I think Aaron fell asleep. I think that is honest to God what happened.
That's really funny.
One of my favorite podcast moments is when Nick fell asleep and you could hear him snoring.
Really?
Yeah, that was super funny. Continuing with but back to terrible Square Enix news, because there's more. Final Fantasy 15 has to sell 10 million copies to make back its investment.
Wow.
To put that in perspective, the only Final Fantasy game that has sold that much is 7, and that's only if you include the PSN re-release, the PC, and iPhone versions.
Oh yeah, that's an iPhone 8 game now.
Yeah. So, good luck is what I'm telling them with that.
Well, you played the beta, or the little demo. How'd you like it? Would you buy it based off the demo? Not what you researched, just the demo.
Maybe. It depends on what else is out around that time and how hungry I am for an RPG. The combat seemed alright. Like, it felt a little clunky. The game is gorgeous. Like, it is a very pretty game with a really good soundtrack. Just based off that demo, of course.
To be fair, I thought the Fox that they gave you, as they're like, come on, follow me, was freaking, I was like, that's a good start. That's a good start for me.
That was cute. It was really cute. God, just... Oh, God. Alright, well... So yeah, good luck on that. I think if they're lucky, they're gonna get 5 million, unless it's an incredible game. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, unless it has the fan base of 10 and 7.
Yeah, I think it is gonna be lucky to get 5, because what did Batman Arkham Knight sell? Hold on, I'm checking right now. Yeah, Batman Arkham Knight, big game that released last year. So let's see this. Pulling it up right now.
Okay.
All right. So on the PS4, it did 3.5 million.
All right.
Let's see. Give me 1 second here. Oh wow, that's. Hold on. The database loads slowly. Wow, there are a lot of Batman games. But still, okay. So let's assume Xbox One is 1 million. So, okay, here we go. Arkham Knight on PS4, 3.5. Let's see, Origins, Arkham Knight on PC, 100,000, which because they stopped selling it because of how poorly it did. Let's see, Arkham City. Sorry, this is taking so long. Here we go. Okay, 1.3 on Xbox One. So, Final Fantasy, which a lot of people are not in love with the series right now, needs to sell double what Arkham Knight did on both platforms to make back its money.
It's going to be on PC as well?
They haven't announced a PC version yet.
So, 3 Batman. They need to make what Batman did on 3 things on 1 and double it.
They need to do what Batman did on Xbox One and PS4 and PC.
Here's a good one. What did Bloodborne sell?
Bloodborne did okay. Like, it didn't do amazing, but like I was naming for something that did. Okay, Bloodborne did 2 million, so it needs to do what Bloodborne did 5 times over.
Damn.
Granted, on 2 platforms instead of 1. Yeah. Like let's look at The Witcher 3 for example. Okay, The Witcher 3 did 5 million also. So The Witcher 3, they need to do what The Witcher 3 did on the same amount of platforms 2 times over.
Let's see. What about Black Ops 3? I'm curious with this one.
That's...
I know. I'm just curious.
Yeah, that's... Let's see. Yeah, Black Ops 3 did 12 million on PS4, 7 million on Xbox One. Total on all versions, 22 million.
So it needs to do a little under half of that one.
Yeah, which... That's the most popular... That is literally the best-selling game of the year. So, good luck, guys. Like, more power to you if you can get that to happen.
I'm actually curious of this, Bronson. Look up Five Nights at Freddy's, the first one.
They probably don't have that because that's not a retail game, but alright.
I wasn't sure if it would count or not, and I'm really curious of what the first one sold.
Yeah, they don't have that, but I can probably find that.
I'll just look that one up on my own time then.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably find out real quick. Give me a sec, because... let's see... Yeah, they don't have a number of copies, but I also gotta remember, Five Nights at Freddy's was $10. You know, so... I mean, if that was not a, $60 game.
True.
You know, so... I mean... let's look what Splatoon did.
That's a good one.
So, let's pull up Splatoon for a comparison's sake. Splatoon did 4.3 million. So it needs to do double what Splatoon did and a little extra. No way. No way. No.
Wait, is this all retail games like ever or just like current?
It's like it goes back to like the late 90s. Why?
I was going to say, what did 13 sell? I'm guessing it's like 1 million.
I'll say 3 million. But we'll find out. Alright, give me a sec. It's loading. Alright, Final Fantasy 13 on PS3 did 5.3 million. On Xbox 360, it did 2 million. Also, your mic's kind of giving some feedback there.
That better?
Yeah. So yeah. It would have to do 3 million more than both versions of Final Fantasy 13 combined. But the thing, which... that's not totally unattainable. But...
Like, if it's better than 13, it should sell better than 13, but that's not always true.
Yeah, and also to put this in perspective, all versions of Final Fantasy 13, so 13.2, 13.3, and 13, did 12.2 million.
Well, not that many people played the sequels, to be fair.
Yeah, like, and the very large majority of that is the 8 million from the PS3 and 360 versions. But also there were a lot more 360s and yeah, a lot more 360s and PS3s in existence than there are Xbox Ones and PS4s.
True. Was
So,
Metal Gear that broke over the 10 million mark?
let's find out. Let's find out if any of the Metal Gear games did. I'm kind of curious. Metal Gear 2 broke 7 million. Metal Gear 4 broke 6. 3 broke 4. Metal Gear 5. Well, like, this is just a list of all of them. So, let's see. Metal Gear 2, if you include all versions of it, so give me a sec. 6 million. Plus 7, 8. So like all versions of Metal Gear 2 did a little over 8 million, and that's the best selling one.
That is.
Yeah.
Really, it's not 5.
No, I think 5 is, let's see, that's 3 million for that version. Well, I actually might be wrong with that. Give me a sec. Metal Gear 5. Oh goddamn, they need the exact name. I hate this. I hate databases that do that. It's like, really? Okay. Yeah, Metal Gear 5 and all versions of Metal Gear 5 did just over 5 million.
What was that number?
Just over 5 million.
That's what I thought. For some reason, I thought you said 50. I was like, wait, no.
The franchise as a whole, this does not include digital downloads, so I'd probably throw $1 million on for people who bought it digitally.
Uh-huh.
So it's probably floating around 6.
Okay.
So
I would say like 15 will probably sell between 4.5 and 8.
I'm saying I'm gonna go highball. I'm gonna go. It'll probably do 7.5. I think it'll get to 7.5. I don't think there's any other, like, I just don't see it. Like, JRPGs aren't big in the States. People are very disenfranchised with Final Fantasy. Like, I just don't see it doing great.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So that's we had more Square-Enix news. Jesus Christ. That just let's just get through it, and we'll be done with them for a while, hopefully. In the latest issue of Game Informer, the producer of the Final Fantasy VII Remake says each episode will be the size of a full Final Fantasy 13 game.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's going to be about as long as the original.
So
Surprise.
yeah, man. Okay, like that's cool.
What do you know? They remade the game and made it just as long.
That's great, because that's cool. Like, I'm glad it's not gonna be like a thing where like you pop in the part 1 and it's super short.
Right. It's not just like a 2-hour long game.
Yeah. Was that you making that noise? Was that Aaron?
I think that was Aaron, probably. He's probably rolling over, dreaming of gumdrops and fairies.
Call it the Sleepy Cast. Alright, so Final Fantasy 15's release date we went over, but but we already talked about that last week. Donut Drake is not going to be in Uncharted 4. You remember Donut Drake, correct?
No.
Donut Drake was a skin that was Nathan Drake, but he was morbidly obese.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was in all the Uncharted. And the director says, I didn't want to have a laugh at someone's expense. I thought we matured beyond that. Internally, the team had a big debate, approaching the subject from all kinds of angles. After the whole thing modeled in there, the developers of Naughty Dog said they weren't comfortable having it in their game. Uncharted 4 is planned to release May 10th. Earlier this week, IGN spoke with the director and said it was important for Drake to leave his mark on the game. Naughty Dog has had a go big or go home kind of mentality with this last game in the Uncharted franchise, and that the ending will be very divisive.
Oh, this is the last one, huh?
Yep. So
That's sad.
I mean, it just means they're gonna make other projects.
Probably.
I mean, that rumor has it they're already working on a Last of Us 2 and a Jak and Daxter 4.
See, when you're like, they're also doing a Crash Bandicoot, and I'm just gonna be like, no.
The one can dream.
I was like, can you imagine that? Just like at E3, just like, and coming back.
Just like it goes black, and you just hear the bum 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 and just fucking,
like, and then ooga booga, and then you just see them pop up
and just run through some crates. It's just like Crash Bandicoot. God.
That would explode the stadium. They wouldn't know how to handle that.
Like I was there last year at Final Fantasy VII, and like I went deaf. I straight up was just like, holy shit, I can't hear anything. It's kind of, but back to the news. Other than the rumor of Naughty Dog working on another Crash Bandicoot, also, I mean, the ending of The Last of Us was kind of divisive. Like, people were having debates over it. And as for this character being removed, yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I always found it kind of funny. So anyway, what's your thoughts, Annie?
Not really. I'm pretty neutral on this.
They'll have plenty of weird, wacky skins in that game anyway. Like this is...
Yeah, like I've never played the Uncharted multiplayers before, so
yeah, so
I really didn't have any input on this.
Yeah,
It's like, oh no, a character skin I've never heard of got deleted.
Yeah, like I played the Uncharted multiplayer. I was like, yeah, all right, well that's...
The beta was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it's fun multiplayer. So, the Death Note movie. Netflix is currently making a deal to distribute the live-action movie in the States.
What does that have to do with gaming?
We occasionally do anime news on this one.
Do we?
Yeah, usually whenever one of us is really into an anime.
Gotcha, but that's cool still. Just figured I'd ask.
Yeah. I really liked most of Death Note.
Depending on how it's done, I might watch it.
I'll watch it out of just curiosity.
Is it live action or?
Yeah, it's live action. It's a live action Death Note movie.
That sounds really weird.
Yeah.
Especially since it's probably going to be Elijah Wood.
I mean, if you're going to bring an anime to like live action, I mean that's a really good choice because it's really easy to do. Like it's not like Dragon Ball where it's like, holy shit, this is going to cost a fortune. Like I actually imagine a Death Note movie would be really cheap to make.
Yeah. Another one I'd imagine to be pretty cheap would probably be what's it called? Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, that'd be kind of expensive.
Not if they did it like a 3-part movie, like they did the first part. See how it does. Like right before, like when they're still learning transmute stuff.
Yeah.
And then if it does really well, the next one, that's when they can throw in like envy and pain and wrath and all them.
Yeah, I can say they do alright. The next news is about VR. VR headsets have been coming out. The Oculus, the Vive, PlayStation VR is coming this holiday. According to a recent survey, only 37% of gamers are aware of VR, with the Oculus Rift being the most known headset. The Oculus Rift, 22% of gamers knew what it was. The PlayStation VR, 14%, and the HTC Vive, 6%. Those who were interested in VR were typically young, with an average income of 63,000. Oh wow, wow, oh wow. Ray, what? That's like our yearly salary, like two at like 2.7 times over. Oh, like what? We all right? Let's see. I'm gonna ballpark our salary right now. Give me a minute. Times 4 times 12. Oh yeah, that's our salary like 3 times over, bro.
Damn.
So I don't know what person in our age group is making that kind of money. But
Right.
whatever.
Well, I mean, I know one.
Yeah, well, I know like two. Um, but anyway, millennials were more likely to be interested in virtual reality at 47%, adults 35 and older 38, and teens at 15. Both the Oculus and Vive have launched for consumers, and the VR is out later this year and will require both a PlayStation camera and Move controllers. So, yeah. Well, you've shown some interest in VR, Ray,
I'd get one if I had like an
the
extra grand to blow on stuff.
and the space.
Yeah, like you need the move pad and all that other crazy stuff.
Like you need space to move. Like it's because shit's in a fucking like. In the case of the Vive, you need a huge room. Like you need like my bedroom's worth of space for that one because it's full body VR.
Right.
Which like who has the kind of space for this shit? I barely have the space to run a Connect. You know, like who the fuck has like a 12 by 12 fucking open space for these games?
Like you'd have to set it up in like your living room.
And even then, you'd have to like move a coffee table or couch like way back. Like your living room couldn't fit that shit. Mine can't.
If I got
fit
rid
that
of the couch, it could.
Maybe, because you might not have enough space behind you. You have enough space on your sides, but even with that couch moved, that might not be enough space. Mine. If you face it, like mine's the same problem except worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, like who has like I believe it was a minimum of 8 feet in both directions.
I
Uh,
mean, if you have a spare room, maybe.
like that's the only way. Like even that like a basement. Yeah. Yeah. Um, like just so, and then I look at the other VR and I'm just like, it's so fucking expensive and like I already wear headphones when I play games, man, and that's enough shit on my head.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
And like I don't feel this adds enough to the experience for me to be like sign me up.
I don't know if they were just like Kingdom Hearts 3 VR. I'd be like, damn it.
Uh, yeah, but the minimum price for VR right now is $500.
Oh, I like that. I'd save up to drop money on that. Just be like, all right, I'm a Keyblade master. It's official.
I just can't like even if they did it for like a series I love like a Warcraft or I just don't care. Like I want to play my games on a TV or a monitor and
Just imagine this Bronson Madden VR.
fuck. Yeah, okay, you got me. Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, you got me. You got sign me up. Sign me up.
Or
Uh
Like a Warcraft 3 style game where you're actually the general leading your troops.
Oh, that'd be really cool, like, because you'd be playing as, like, the main hero, so, like, Arthas or Thrall or whatever. That could be really cool, but, like,
Yeah,
even...
and then like you like press a button to get a sky view of your troops, and it does that whole dark thing.
Yeah, like, that's kind of cool. Like, it's so expensive, and for like it feels very gimmicky. And from what I've heard of like everyone who's bought it, they're kind of just like, yeah, it's cool, but and I was like really into it at trade shows, but I don't kind of care anymore. And like I've just never been into it, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get hands on more PlayStation VR at E3 this year and be blown away and be like, fuck yeah,
Yeah. By the way, Bronson,
yeah.
I'm about to do what Aaron did about an hour ago, so we should probably wrap this up.
We got some more news stories, man. Don't worry, we're getting there.
If you want me there at 10 tomorrow, or at least awake by 10, we probably want to wrap this up soon.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Don't worry.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to do a solo show.
Atlas USA games will now be published by Sega. Sega owns Atlas, and to streamline their business, they're putting everything under one branch. So, but according to Game Informer, Atlas fans can rest assured the studio's branding isn't going anywhere, and the two companies will continue to operate independently. It's just that now shit will have a Sega logo on it also.
Okay.
Cool. Like, neat. Any commentary on that?
I'm kind of excited to see it. I want to see what they can do together.
So, yeah. I mean, they've been doing stuff together for the past year, and nothing's gone wrong.
Yeah, I think I saw that with Digimon. Like, Sega was everywhere in Digimon.
Yeah, which, that makes sense. I think, though, that was published by Namco. Anyway, Ratchet & Clank is getting official merchandise. There's going to be a 6-color screen print, a Captain Quark t-shirt, pin badges, a Groovatron-style oven mitt. Okay, that's funny. And a vinyl soundtrack.
Is it all sung from the voice of Captain Quark?
Right. I'd buy that. I would buy that.
I mean, actually, I wouldn't, but that sounds pretty cool.
I actually would totally buy a Captain Quark t-shirt, though. How much for this double? How much for the double XL here? $25. It's a little pricey, but god damn it, I love Captain Quark. Oh, that's cool. I hope that Ratchet & Clank sees a real resurgence. Alright, so Doom. We have coworkers who are hella into Doom. Well, the open beta has an announced date. The open beta will start at 12 a.m. on April 15th and run until 11:59 Eastern Time, April 17th. So, you excited for some Doom?
No.
Yeah, like
I've never played Doom. It seems boring, and if I'm gonna play a shooter, I'll play a shooter I actually like.
Well, I mean, you don't know if you like it because you've never played it.
I've seen it played before, and I've probably played a total of maybe 10 minutes of it. And
which Doom did you play? That is a key question.
The last one that came out.
Okay, that makes sense. Doom 3 was bad.
Yeah, that was it.
Alright, well, anyway, so that's news. I mean, I'll give it a shot. Like, I love Doom 2, so... Alright, so Mass Effect. Bunch of screenshots leaked. It looks like more Mass Effect. According to the most recent leaked news, it's going to be in the Andromeda Galaxy, far beyond the Milky Way, where players will lead the fight for a new home in hostile alien territory. The players are a Pathfinder, combat-trained but untested explorer leading an expedition into the Helios Cluster to establish a new home for humanity. Oh, so it's like Manifest Destiny, but in the future. Okay, fine. My history jokes go over people's heads. That's cool.
No, I'm just too tired to laugh.
You were a little quiet there. Could you repeat that?
Too tired to laugh at your bad jokes.
Could you move your mic a little close to your mouth or make sure it's secure?
Better?
Not really.
Let's see. Well, it's showing it's good on my end, for at least on TeamSpeak.
Alright, well, whatever.
And if I get it any closer, this is all you're gonna hear.
Okay, well, it just sounds like it's not secure. Like, check the back port to see if it's plugged in all the way.
Yeah, I'm pushing it in as hard as I can. It's not moving, so...
Okay, yeah, just need to be secured. So yeah, Mass Effect news. All right, the last two stories we got here are regarding Blizzard and some controversy with Overwatch and Gears 4.
All right, let's
Uh,
move through these.
all right, Overwatch. So, did you hear that controversy about Tracer's butt?
Yep.
You heard all that news?
No, I heard very little about it, but I heard of it.
Basically, what it was like Tracer with her back to the camera with like her hip to one side, and it basically like showed her ass and spandex, and like a bunch of people that were dumb complained about it, and people and so they got rid of that pose, and now it still shows Tracer's butt, just less of it,
Okay.
and people are complaining
I
about
mean,
it.
get over it.
I like. It's
I don't really
news
have sympathy for dumb people.
it's news stories like this that make me go, oh, God. Like, look, I'm all for like being sensitive to people's needs and wants, but like it's one pose for one character in one of the most diverse games in the world. This game has fat people, skinny people, normal sized people, tall, short, black, white, Native American, every race under the sun, half human, half robot, alien. Like one character having a somewhat overly sexual pose. Just why do you care that much?
It really isn't even that bad.
Yeah, like,
And I mean, to be honest, why are you even checking out the butt?
I mean, who knows? Like, whatever.
I mean, to be fair, like if my character is striking a pose, that's not the first place my eyes go. I'm just saying.
Uh,
You got oddly quiet there, Bronson.
no, sorry. I'm just trying to prepare for the next news story.
Oh, I thought you were just like, well, that's where my eyes go first, but it's never been an issue for me.
That's where everyone's eyes go first. Let's be honest. But no. Last is on Gears 4. Gears 4 has a release date. It is and cover art that looks kind of rad, actually.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm gonna post you a screenshot of the cover art in the chat there for you. Um. Anyway, it is coming out October 11th. And if you're eager to play it before that, the beta begins on April 18th for players who purchased or played Gears Ultimate Edition on Xbox One or PC. The beta will be open to all Xbox Live members on April 25th. They took 5 years since Gears 3 to make it, and it stars the son of the previous game. So it's Marcus Phoenix's son, JD Phoenix. And they went through a lot of different ideas before finally settling on like something set in the far future with Marcus Phoenix's son.
Okay. That's cool.
I'm kind of curious how this is going to turn out because this is the first game by like the new Gears guys.
Yeah, like never played Gears, so again, not really opinionated on this one.
I mean, the one thing that I do like is the fact that they're one of the few games that's going to keep split screen co-op.
That's because that was the only thing fun about that game.
No, multiplayer was fun. And they could have just said play online co-op, so I don't know, I'd be down to play some split screen co-op with you.
Yeah.
Comes out 3 days before my birthday, so yeah, we'll do that. Pick it up and then play it on my birthday weekend. Be a fun weekend.
Yeah. We obviously know what you're getting for your birthday.
Exotic sex toys.
Okay, well, I'll get Macalu selling me on that.
I'm joking, but
We'll talk to Nick, I'm sure, with his German sex dungeon. He obviously knows about foreign objects.
Oh yeah, he probably has the best. Oh, we're so gonna get fired one day. Anyway, gonna pull up our quest to see if we got any questions or comments. I don't think we did this week, but it's always a good check.
Yep.
No, so everyone, please get on that. Questions, comments, concerns.
Yeah.
You know, please follow us on Twitter at The Gamer Access, twitch.tv/The Gamer Access. There's a donation button there. Any and all donations are appreciated. It helps us go to E3, helps fund equipment, things of that nature. And we'll see y'all next week. We're sorry our friend here fell asleep.
Yeah, Mr. Reynolds will definitely be on next week. We will make him.
Oh, yeah, well, it's just going to be me and him. So,
I know, that's why we're gonna make him.
yep. Anyway, everyone, bye. Have fun. This comes out the same day Dark Souls does, so maybe if you're playing this while grinding, I hope your boss fights go better.
Yeah. Don't die and quit. Just keep going.
Yep. We love you.
Bye, everybody.